This week, Jaguar either saved or destroyed their company by showing the world what the future of their cars will look like. Archaeologists in Turkey have discovered the tomb of what they believe could be the real-life Santa Claus. A notorious Colombian hitwoman known as the Doll was arrested by police. The French, South Korean, and Syrian governments have fallen. I am gonna have to redo my pixel giveaway because the previous winner didn't respond. And Trump's absolutely insane handshakes are officially back. And these are live images of Macron's hand right now. All of that and so much more. I am feeling a little under the weather today, but I will do my best. So, with that being said, let's get Christmas cracking! Okay, genuinely today, we have got so much news to get through. I'm gonna have to rapid fire news this entire episode. So be prepared for action and just pray for Alex editing this. It'll be a Christmas miracle if he gets this to you tomorrow. Starting with Trump, because the handshake battles are back. Now, if you somehow didn't know, Trump is pretty notorious for these wildly forceful, like yanking handshakes with world leaders. I guess as some sort of like power move and to assert dominance. I mean, Alex is showing you some examples right now from his last presidency. And we've got the classic, yank and grab, which sometimes literally makes some of them get off of their balance. But we've also got other things, like the last to let go. And sometimes, like with the president of Japan, for example, it lasted for 19 seconds. I mean, do you know how long 19 seconds would feel holding another man's hand in front of millions of eyeballs with everyone taking pictures and... Man, and while some, as you can see, were not prepared at all, others, like Canada's Trudeau and France's Macron, yeah, they came prepared. And not just prepared, but they even fought back, which led to things even more awkward. And the most notorious out of all of these was Trump and Macron's. I love it. I mean, it's to the point where there's one video of them, which is now dubbed the never-ending handshake. Because honestly, this thing, and I don't have 30 seconds of time to show you, but it went on for 30 seconds. And at some point, it's like, what point does a handshake just turn into holding hands? Because I think that we've met that point. And now these world leaders have had a break for the last 4 years from these handshakes. But yesterday, it came back with a vengeance. And it started with none other than the most notorious Mr. Macron. Now, it starts off with Trump arriving 40 minutes late, probably a power move, let's be honest. And then he gets out their car and he kicks it off with the good old yank maneuver, which was swiftly anticipated and leaned into by Macron seamlessly. So it's like, haha, Trump. It then goes into the old shoulder-to-shoulder bro hug and then finally transitions into this like forceful shaking of fists. And Alex, pause it right here and zoom in, right? Zoom in, Alex, because just look at that. Can you imagine how hard these fists are squeezing right now? Crazy. Oh, and there's also one final one where Macron like reaches out and then Trump kind of like lifts his arm up, which is... awkward but hilarious. This is great content. And it continued even when he met Prince William. Anyway, the entertainment of handshakes with Trump. Be expecting a lot more of that for the next 4 years, but moving on. Also this week, archaeologists in Turkey have discovered a sarcophagus which they believe could belong to Saint Nicholas. Yeah, the real man who inspired Santa Claus. Now, the tomb was uncovered at the Church of St. Nicholas in Turkey, where he served as a bishop in the 4th century. Yeah, you didn't know Mr. St. Nick went back that long. And his church was built over the original burial site. But then, centuries later, his bones were reportedly moved to Italy in the 11th century. So for hundreds of years, everyone kind of assumed there was nothing left behind. Until they made this new discovery. And it was also hidden right by the altar, so under their noses all the time. And it matches historical records, making experts believe that this could be Mr. Claus's original resting place. And I mean, gosh, if we find IRL Santa before GTA 6, how do we even top that? Also this week, the first concept car since Jaguar's shock rebranding was revealed, and man, they weren't kidding when they said they were change was coming. Now, the videos and pictures show this bright blue and pink electric vehicle that has an extremely minimalistic and squashed design. There's an oval-shaped steering wheel with this wide front Rolls-Royce looking grille. It also has no rear window, which I'm assuming is just you'll see behind using cameras. And as promised, the iconic Jaguar emblem with the, hood ornament has been replaced. And instead, it now has just this gold plate near the front left wheel with the word Jaguar on the grille. And love it or hate it, here's the thing about this extremely controversial rebranding. Yeah, a lot of people are coming out and they're saying, we love the old Jaguar, why change it? But the truth is, those people that said that they loved the old branding, well, they weren't buying. Jaguar was struggling a long time before this. They went from over 180,000 car sales in 2018-2019 to only 66,000 sold in 2023-2024. So the truth is, they needed to do something, and something big. And while yes, people are finally, everyone is talking about them, which is good, their plan for Jaguar is a little bit is this gonna work? Because they say by 2026, they want to launch new electric models priced over £100,000. That's not even dollars. And I mean, this is coming at a time where every single company that is selling EVs, apart from Tesla, obviously, is losing money on them. And that's with them trying to price it as low as possible. And so the EV competition right now is insane. And I'm not even going to mention Tesla and all the cars that they have, but you've got the incredible Xiaomi SU7. And this thing is priced as low as $30,000. So I don't know how someone is reasonably going to pay $70,000 or pounds more for that. I mean, it would have to be some genuinely revolutionary stuff. But who knows? It might actually be. So the question is, has Jaguar just destroyed or saved the company? Moving on. Okay, this next one is pretty wild. So, a notorious Colombian hitwoman known as The Doll was arrested by police yesterday for several high-profile hits, including one of her ex-boyfriends. And I'm just gonna say it. No. None of you in the comments can fix her. So just forget it. Now, it was reported that the 23-year-old Karen Rodriguez was labeled as highly dangerous by police, and that she was also in the midst of a career expansion, and she was leading this small team of hitmen conducting a spree of you-know-whats in the region prior to her arrest. And after the capture of the doll went viral, the people pointing out that she looks like actor Aubrey Plaza, they're now calling for a movie to be made and for her to star as the doll character. So Hollywood's done crazier things, so be expecting that movie probably. Moving on. Also this week, one of the wildest things I've seen in a while happened. For some reason, ChatGPT refused to write the name David Mayer. And I saw people making videos of this, and it started from a Reddit sub, and I didn't believe it until I tried it myself. Now, when I tried it, it would write the name David Mayer with an E, but as soon as you ask it to write M-A-Y-E-R, it just says error. So of course, wanting to know who the hell is David Mayer, I Googled the name, and this was the top result. I'm not saying there's any connection, and this is why, but it was the top result. This David Mayer is apparently a British adventurer, environmentalist, film producer, and the youngest heir to the Rothschild banking fortune. And then, just to make it even stranger, I asked ChatGPT to then name all of the Rothschild and had no problem until it hit David Mayer. And then it just said, bang, error again. I told you, weird. But then it gets even weirder, all right? Because a few days after I posted that video on TikTok, you go back on ChatGPT and you can now write David Mayer and it's completely fine. Almost as if they've seen it started to go viral online and they were like, okay, we need to fix that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it was weird. Moving on. Oh, geez, another insane thing happening this week. What the hell have you guys missed? This kid from Australia has just become the fastest 16-year-old in history. Yeah, even faster than Usain Bolt at that age. So yesterday, Jaguar made history in the 200 meters because not only did he smash the under 18 record, because that alone would be impressive, but because he ran a 20.04, that is the fastest 200 meters ever run by a 16-year-old. And we lived through it. He also broke the all-time senior Australian record held by Peter Norman for 56 years at 16 years old. That's crazy. And when it also comes to his 100 meters, he set another record under 18 at 10.17. Honestly, this is the most exciting runner to watch since Usain Bolt. And if he can stay injury-free until he's at least 25, remember the name Jaguar. Moving on. Also this week, if you've been seeing people talk about Trump making Canada the 51st state of America, Here's why. Yes, that is also a real photo that he posted. So recently, Justin Trudeau and Trump had dinner together and they spoke about a wide range of topics. But then, a few days later, we find out from two people that were at that table that when Trudeau told Trump that his tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump apparently joked with him and said that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the US, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state of America and Trudeau could become its governor. Ah, man. Now, as you'd imagine, Trump supporters ran with this joke, and they went on social media saying things like, what should we rename Canada after we conquer it? And they used a maple leaf instead of a star in the flag. And then Trump doubles down on this joke after it started going viral on social media, and he posts this AI-generated picture of him overlooking a mountain range, captioned, "Oh, Canada." So, I mean, when you see this, the question really is this funny? Or are jokes from world leaders annexing countries right now just a little too close to the bone? Let me know. Okay, now we've got so much more news to go through. We've got to do two things first. Number one, we have to re-give away this phone because unfortunately, the guy from the Philippines, I've tried to contact him multiple times. He's not responding and it needs to be given away. It's for Christmas. And then two, we need to put two people on our sacrifice list, but let's give away the phone first. Let's go to comment shock. Okay, randomly pick. I'm sure you can all see this. Let's just move it up here. All right, Pixel Daddy, new winner. Who would have thought? Winning, winning, winning. I'm feeling like Santa right now. Okay, there we go. Mungo Gop. Pixel me daddy. You've won. How I'm going to do this is you need to put somewhere to contact you in that comment. And it has to be from your account, okay? Only then will I be able to contact you, verify that it's you, and send you this phone. I hope that you see this. All right, and then for the 3 sacrificial lambs, you go back to my latest video. All right, the first 3 to go on the sacrifice list. That's pretty epic. Thank you for your sacrificial lambs, to remind us to subscribe before 500K. It gotta be by the end of this year, 500K. Come on, we're killing ourselves to get this goal. Thank you for reminding us. Subscribe to the channel. 500K, let's go. We're only 30K away, less than 30K away, please. Now, rapid fire news like you've never seen it before. Rapid fire news. Now remember, all of what I'm about to tell you is this week alone. Maybe not even this, it's like a couple of days. California was hit with a 7.0 magnitude earthquake, which then triggered a tsunami warning, which was then later cancelled. Speed won Streamer of the Year. The French government literally collapsed after their prime minister was booted out in the first successful vote of no confidence in the country for over 60 years. Romania's constitutional court has just ordered their presidential election to start from scratch after intelligence documents suggested that the winner of the first round benefited from a mass foreign influence operation. South Korea's president, God, this is this week as well, declared martial law. And he also tried to arrest, while there was martial law, the opposition leaders. It then failed and backfired massively, and now he's facing impeachment and removal from government. The Syrian government has fallen after 53 years of rule in, honestly, what is a truly seismic moment for the Middle East. Their now former president, Hassan, is believed to have had to flee the country from these rebel militants, and they seized control of the country's capital. Jeez. Government's falling this week is crazy. And if you want a much longer explanation, I did do a full explanation of the whole Syria situation on my TikTok and Instagram. Go watch it there. We also have an update on the whole of the, United Health CEO situation. The shells that were used to end him, they basically had delay, deny, and defend written and carved onto those shells. We then found out that it points to this book called Delay, Deny, Defend, and how insurance companies don't pay their claims and what you can do about it. But then they also, just today, found his backpack in Central Park, and inside of it, instead of a gun, it had a jacket and Monopoly money. They haven't found him still. Who is this guy? Monopoly money, shells engraved. I mean, is it the freaking Riddler at this point? Who is bro? The Czech Republic has just passed a bill exempting Bitcoin held for more than 3 years from capital gains tax starting in 2025. The family of that teenage boy who fell to his death on the drop ride at Orlando theme park in 2022, well, they have just been awarded a huge $310 million payout. TikTok lost its appeal at the court to strike down the TikTok ban law. As of right now, we are genuinely looking at TikTok being banned on January the 19th, one day before Trump takes office. Obviously, if they don't sell, which as of right now, also looking unlikely. So expect YouTube to be a real big thing. And then NASA also delayed its first mission to put people, humans, on the moon in over 50 years. They were supposed to launch in 2026, but now they say no earlier than mid-2027. And let's be real. Are we even gonna make it to 2027? God damn it! And I think that is the video. I want to just give a round of applause to you, Alex. Round of applause to everyone who made it through this week, who made it through this video. To be fair, it's good that I'm feeling like this during a week that has been so crazy, because it's like, it's fitting. I get to the end of this video, which is an encapsulation. I'm just yapping. All right, love you. Woo! You tell me Christmas is not here. Frosty the Snowman. How? I can't let these lights go to waste. Light me up like a Christmas tree, boys. What's the best way to? Nothing in here shall be undecorated for Christmas. Procrastinating getting through this video, I'll be honest. All right, sorry, I'm only going to waste 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 22 minutes already. Huh. Sorry, it's just the last bit of tangling. And then I will, yeah, that works. Or wrap it around my torso. Nah, the other one was cooler. Sorry, this is really fucking wasting a bunch of time, isn't it? Come on, you were doing so well the first time. Oh, that's scratchy. All right, yeah, that'll work. Nothing shall go undecorated. All right,